What messed you up for the rest of your life? When I was 10, I had this huge fight with my sister Amy over the TV remote. We were watching different shows, and she wanted to change the channel. I told her no, it was my turn to pick. She rolled her eyes and said, "Just shut up and go away, you're being annoying." That was it. She barely even touched me when she said it, maybe nudged my shoulder a little, but I was so angry, so humiliated that she dismissed me like that. I stormed into the kitchen where my parents were making dinner, tears streaming down my face, and I told them the biggest lie of my life. "Amy hit me really hard with her hairbrush," I sobbed. "She threw it at my back and it really hurt." The truth was, she never touched me with any hairbrush. She didn't even have one in her hands, but I wanted her to get in trouble so bad that I didn't care about lying. What I didn't know was that Amy had been having problems with my parents for months. They thought she was getting too rebellious, talking back too much, spending too much time on the phone with friends. My mom especially thought Amy was becoming this manipulative teenager who couldn't be trusted. My lie was the final straw. My dad's face went completely red when I told him what happened. He marched straight to Amy's room and started yelling. They grounded her for an entire month, took away her phone, banned her from hanging out with friends, and said she was becoming violent and dangerous. The worst part was when my dad took her bedroom door off the hinges that same night. He said if she was going to act like an animal, she'd lose her privacy until she learned to behave. I remember walking past her doorway that night and seeing her crying on her bed. She looked at me and whispered, "You ruined my life. I hope you're happy now." I actually laughed. I thought she was being dramatic like all teenagers do. I felt proud that I'd gotten her in trouble. In my 10-year-old brain, I'd won. But Amy changed after that night. She stopped talking to me completely. She barely spoke to our parents. She'd come home from school and go straight to her room, which didn't have a door anymore. She stopped eating dinner with us. She just became this ghost, living in our house. 2 months later, I woke up and Amy was gone. She'd left a note on the kitchen table that just said, "I can't stay here anymore. Don't look for me." My parents called the police, but they said she was a runaway and there wasn't much they could do unless she committed a crime. Days turned into weeks. Weeks turned into months. We never found her. The stress of losing Amy destroyed my parents' marriage. They blamed each other, fought constantly about who was too strict or too lenient. They divorced when I was 12. For years, I convinced myself that Amy was just being a dramatic teenager, that she'd run away because she couldn't handle being grounded, that it had nothing to do with my lie. I pushed it so far down that I almost forgot what really happened. Then when I was 23, I got a Facebook message from an account I didn't recognize. The profile picture was just a sunset. No name I could see clearly. The message said, "This is Amy. I'm not using my real name anymore. I legally changed it years ago. I'm living in Oregon now. I've been in women's shelters, on friends' couches, in some really bad relationships with people who hurt me. All because the people who were supposed to protect me didn't believe in me. All because of the lie you told when you were 10. My hands were shaking as I read it. She continued, "I know you were just a kid, but that lie destroyed everything for me. Mom and Dad never trusted me again after that. Every time something went wrong in the house, they blamed me. Every time I tried to tell them something, they said I was making it up. So I left, because staying was killing me." I immediately typed back, begging her to let me make it right. I offered to fly out to Oregon to bring her home, to tell our parents the truth, to do anything to fix what I'd broken. She never replied. I sent dozens of messages over the next few weeks. All of them went unread. The account eventually disappeared completely.